Hi guys, now we will see first order recurrence relations. So first order recurrence relations will be of the form an is equal to c an minus 1 plus f of n for n greater than or equal to 1. So if you take n is 1, you will get a1. This will be a naught. Okay, a1 is represented in terms of a naught. So similarly, you can get a2, a3, a4, etc. Okay, so the same relation you can also write it as an plus 1 is equal to can plus f of n plus 1. Wherever n is there, we have replaced n by n plus 1. Okay, so here n greater than or equal to 0. So if you take initially if you take n is 0, you will get a1 in terms of a naught. That means these two relations are same. So this expression for n greater than or equal to 1 and this is for n greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now we will consider this expression, any of these. Suppose I consider this relation. I take first n is equal to 0. So what do I get? I will get a1 is equal to ca naught plus f of 1. Okay, next a2. So I mean if I take n is 1, I will get a2. a2 is ca1 plus f of 2. But what is a1? Here a1 is a1. Here we have in the above expression we have seen a1 is ca naught plus f of 1 plus substitute this, I mean write it as it is, f of 2. So this is c square a naught plus c into f of 1 plus f of 2. Okay, right? Similarly, what's a3 now? a3 is, I mean take n is 2 here, we will get ca2 plus f of 3. So this is c into a2. a2 is c square a naught plus c f of 1 plus f of 2 then plus f of 3. Okay, so this is c cube a naught plus c square f of 1 plus c f of 2 plus f of 3. Okay, now just observe all these expressions. a3 is c cube a naught plus c square f of 1 plus c f of 2 f of 3. a2 is c square a naught plus c f of 1 plus f of 2. So if we continue like this, we get an is c power n a naught, right? For a3 you have c cube a naught, for a2 you have c square a naught, for a1 you have c power 1 a naught, for an it is c power n a naught plus the power of c must decrease, so c power n minus 1 f of 1 plus c power n minus 2 f of 2 plus etc. Right? So plus etc. plus c f of n minus 1 plus f of n. Okay, this is what we get when we generalize this. So an is c power n a naught plus, we will write these terms in summation form. We have f of 1, f of 2, etc. up to f of n. Okay, so I'll write it as summation k is equal to 1 to n c power n minus k f of k. Okay, f of k varies. As k varies, we get f of 1, f of 2, etc. up to f of n. Then this becomes c power n minus 1, c power n minus 2, c power n minus 3. At the end, c power n minus n minus n 0. c power 0 is 1. Okay. And one more thing is, this kind of recurrence relation, the first order means an is represented in terms of the previous term an minus 1. Okay. So it is called as first order. If f of n is 0, we say that it's a homogeneous first order recurrence relation. If f of n is not 0, it is a non-homogeneous recurrence relation. Okay. Now suppose the equation is homogeneous, f of n will be 0. So what will be the solution? This is the solution actually. For the first order recurrence relation, this is the solution. If it is homogeneous, then f of n will be 0. So f of k will be 0 even if you like, right? If the function itself is 0, whether you take f of 1, f of 7, f of 100, it will be 0. So this term will be 0. So this summation term does not exist. So if the function is homogeneous, if the relation is homogeneous, then the solution is an is equal to c power n a naught. If it is non-homogeneous, this will be the required solution. Okay. Depending on whether the equation is homogeneous or non-homogeneous, you have to write the solution. If it's homogeneous, this summation part will be 0. Otherwise, you will have to write the complete part. Okay, let's see some problems on this recurrence relation later.